In a room of 100 people, only 2 will live to see their 90th birthday. My grandmother is one of those people. Today I'm honoring a survivor as she celebrates 91 years of learning, sharing, and living life in such a way that reminds us to treasure every breath, every moment, and every opportunity. The honor of being titled survivor is one that my grandmother has earned many times over. She was born Mary Louise Heiberger, July 19, 1921, to a dysfunctional family where she learned survival skills at a very early age. She was raised by her grandmother to have impeccable discipline and diet. Without a car, she learned that to get where she needed to go, she had to start walking 1 foot in front of the other, regardless of the weather. The day after graduation, Nana married my grandfather, Pop, and they, in a very short time, had 3 daughters. Frugal and innovative due to financial strain, my grandmother raised her 3 children quite well, and her husband died when Nana was 50. At that time, she bucked up and she went to college. She went to work as a medical assistant, but little did she know that very soon she would be diagnosed with breast cancer. After radical surgery and radiation, my grandmother not only survived, she thrived. In due time, she met Grandpa John, whom she had a short but romantic and passionate relationship with. One night while out dancing, Grandpa John had a stroke and died on the dance floor. After Grandpa John's death, Nana went to work at Varian, which is the place where John had worked, and she retired at the age of 66, but not before taking another chance on love. This time she married Grandpa Vaughn. She married from a different perspective, this time for convenience and business. Her heart protected, she remained married to Vaughn until he too passed away. Now, in case you lost count, that's 3 times my grandmother was widowed. In addition to the loss of her husbands, my grandmother lost her daughter, my mother, to cancer in this last January. I think that's just about the worst pain a mother can go through. In spite of the death that surrounded her, Nana was radiating with life. She had 3 daughters, 9 grandchildren, 38 great-grandchildren, and 6 great-great-grandchildren and counting. That's a total of 56 descendants. Did I mention that Nana died in the hospital herself? Yeah, looking up from the corner of the room, she could see her body on the bed there, and she actually had died. But in response to tasting death, Nana grasped onto life. She's traveled to Europe, the Caribbean, Hawaii, and went snorkeling in the Gulf of Mexico at the age of 80. Last year, on her 90th birthday, she went down the Rogue, sleeping in cabins along the way, and the story is that she caught the first fish, a 20-pound king salmon. Fish stories, right? Now, as she prepares to celebrate her 91st birthday, I ask her about her ambitions. And she quickly replies that she's going to the island of Kauai in July, and she's excited about the new house that she wants to be building on her property, and she's finding other ways to be useful in her community with her children's service network in Grants Pass and participation with her church. Patricia Buckley was quoted as saying, "Someone once asked me how I hold my head up so high after all that I've been through. And I said, no matter what, I'm a survivor. I'm not a victim." And that sums up the life and perspective of my grandmother. Happy 91st birthday. I am awarding her the purple beads of courage and the silver beads of strength. Happy birthday to Nana.